It's quiet along the buffer zone. The UN patrols don't have much to do along the demarcation line that separates the northern and southern parts of the island. To the north, heavily armed Turkish forces watch over the no man's land. The buffer zone ranges in width from a couple of kilometers to a few meters. For 40 years, there's been no major violence here, but tensions between north and south still run deep.
If the UN left out here, the potential would be for the conflict to flare up again. I think the idea of the buffer zone is a good idea.
There's some signs of normalization on the two sides. Cypriots from north and south have started farming the land in the buffer zone again. The UN supports this development. 10 years ago, Greek Cypriots wouldn't have farmed here for fear of the Turkish army. Today, Greek and Turkish Cypriots sometimes meet here.
We do speak with these people, but there are Turks up there from Turkey, soldiers. We want to go back to our land in the north. All Cypriot refugees do.
Nicosia is the last divided capital in Europe. There are a couple of places where you can cross the border, but not much else has changed since Cyprus joined the EU 10 years ago. Talks of reunification have stalled. Nicosia blocks direct contact between the EU and the Turkish north. Turkish Cypriots say that's not fair.
Only the Greek Cypriots get EU benefits like subsidies. All we have is the ability to travel freely in Europe, but only with a passport from the south.
But interest in the EU and the euro has been waning in the south. Europe's economic crisis has sparked a heated debate about the pros and cons of EU membership.
We should leave the EU. What have they done for us? Have they solved any of our problems?
What would happen if we weren't in the EU? We would have gone bankrupt a long time ago.
Before joining the EU, Greek Cypriots rejected a UN proposal to reunite with the North. Many critics say that was a mistake, both in political and economic terms.
We would have needed to build new infrastructure to integrate the northern part of Cyprus to the southern part, share water supply, electricity, telecommunication, and opportunities to operate in Turkey and to expand the shipping industry.
Stuck in the buffer zone between north and south Nicosia is an abandoned hotel, the Ledra Palace. A dance troupe of Greek and Turkish Cypriots meets here under the watchful eye of the UN. The troupe's members say they are optimistic about a peaceful future. The songs and dances are the same, just the colors of the costumes are different. But that simple message isn't always easy to get across, especially to the younger generation.
A lot of people under 40 have never met people who live on the other side of the border. I remember the positive aspects of everyone living together. That's worth fighting for. And that's what we want to show people.
Nicosia's old airport is also caught in the buffer zone. The derelict passenger terminal has been closed for civilian traffic since 1974. A somber reminder of the last divided country in the European Union.